So now we can release the quadriceps. We'll start with the rectus femoris, which is the only quadriceps that crosses the hip and the front. So it's both a hip flexor and a knee extensor. The other quadriceps are just extensors of the knee. So I like to use the side position where I'm both extending the hip. You see I'm taking all the flexion out of the hip. At the same time I'm flexing the knee. This is a way to stretch the rectus femoris and hold the pressure point while you do the release as I demonstrated. So let's switch over to the Vastus Medialis next. The Vastus Medialis is the most medial of the quadriceps, so it comes in from the inside of the quadriceps and attaches to the quadriceps tendon. Becomes a quadriceps tendon like the other quadricep muscles do. But here, let me find it a little bit more on the inside, up in the body of the muscle. See, it's not on the outside, it's not right in the middle of the quadriceps, it's on the medial side. So what I'm doing is I found the tightest band of the Vastus Medialis passing through the thigh, and while I'm finding it with the fingers of one hand, I'm doing the pressure point release with the other. That's how you do yang yin. And let's go ahead and show you the Vastus. Let's show you the Vastus Intermedius next. The Vastus Intermedius is the deep down middle quadriceps in between the Vastus Lateralis and Vastus Medialis. I'm doing yang mode here with the stretch. This is a good position. Remember the hip can be flexed a little bit because the Vastus Intermedius is independent of the hip joint. So see, I'm doing yang mode, slowly doing yin mode, triggering a release. Okay. See, the Vastus Intermedius is deep down inside the quadriceps. So it's right down between the medialis and the lateralis, and you have to really put a bend in the knee with one hand. That's why the side position is really good. And then with the other hand, you want to press just straight into the Vastus Intermedius, and you want to feel like you're lengthening it out towards the knee. So you do that while you do yang mode, and then you trigger your yin release. And let me show you the Vastus Lateralis next. So the Vastus Lateralis is the most lateral of the quadriceps, and runs under the IT band, by the way. So even behind the IT band, sometimes when you feel like you're pressing on the hamstrings, you're actually pressing on the Vastus Lateralis. And the Vastus Lateralis, it can cause, it contributes to knee pain because it makes the IT band even tighter when it's tight. And it definitely makes it hard to bend the knee. When the Vastus Lateralis is tight, and it also offsets the knee, so it tilts the knee to kind of outside if it's tight. So this is a way to stretch it. I'm doing yang mode, slowly increasing my pressure with the knee bent in a good stretched position. And then I just slipped. Ooh. Anyway, let me see if I can hold a stable pressure point. I'm using a phalanx position and focusing my pressure into my middle fingers mostly. The other fingers I'm using to help my middle finger balance. But the idea is to do hold steady pressure in what I call yang mode for a good while, and then switch over to yin mode and trigger a release. And as I trigger a release, I should feel the knee feeling like it's bending more, which it looks like it's starting to do. So the knee just easily bends more without having to try so much. So you feel it loosen up, keep on working on it until it loosens up all the way, and that should both loosen the knee, and that's the release for the Vastus Lateralis. So a lot of the important release points for the Vastus Lateralis are up towards the hip, where I'm working right now with my thumb on the upper side of her leg. But there are other points down a little bit lower into the Vastus Lateralis, a little bit closer to the knee. So let me show you some of those lower points. I kind of work my way down. It's kind of like connect the dots. So that's just below the greater trochanter, by the way, where I am now. But I'm on the Vastus Lateralis. I'm not really so much on the IT band, although it looks like I was going through it. But you can let go of the knee a little bit just to kind of get really deep into the Vastus Lateralis. You want to try to use deeper pressure. And you kind of need both hands like straight on the Vastus Lateralis the way I'm doing now. So you see I'm catching it just above the knee, and then again with the other hands, because it's a big muscle, so you can use a phalanx position with both hands doing release at the same time. So there you go. Well, we've covered releaseology for the quadriceps, so I'll catch you on the next video.